The Foreclosure Rescue Foundation is not associated with the government, and our service is not approved by the government or your lender, nor does it need to be. Hi, I'm Rick Puglisi. I'm here today on behalf of the Foreclosure Rescue Foundation. We've put together this video presentation to educate you and provide solutions for the over 4 million Americans heading for foreclosure in 2011 and the millions more that are in danger of losing their homes in the coming years. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you're in foreclosure, heading for foreclosure, or know someone that is. I'm telling you that if you knew what we know about foreclosure defense, you wouldn't lose another night's sleep. In many cases, the lender may have no right to foreclose. What you're about to learn is the truth about foreclosures. No holds barred. The fact is, you can protect yourself and your family from foreclosure. Just because you're behind on your payments doesn't give your lender the right to automatically foreclose on you. There are dozens of ways for you to protect your rights and fight for your home. If you're in foreclosure, it's likely that your lender intends to take your home as quickly as possible and come after you for the balance owed. Our mission is to help you to accomplish your goals, whether those goals are to stay in your home at a price you can afford or to get out from underneath the home where your mortgage balance exceeds the market value of your home. We know that foreclosure can be an extremely traumatic and emotionally devastating experience for families. Most homeowners don't know their rights and therefore can't make good decisions when it comes to trying to save their homes or getting out from under an upside-down property. Over the last several years, we've witnessed the various ways homeowners deal with pending foreclosures. Some bury their head in the sand and hope that the problem will go away, or that there'll be some last-minute miracle that will bail them out. I hope that's not you. Others have experienced the frustration and heartache of trying to work out a loan modification with their lenders, only to find out that their lenders really had no interest in working with them. Lenders repeatedly claim to lose paperwork, continually demand updates, and since they have no stake in the outcome, the person that the homeowners are talking to from the bank is unsympathetic to their requests for a reasonable accommodation. This happens so often there's actually a name for it. It's called extend and pretend. And the banks use it often to frustrate homeowners to the point where they simply give up. To make matters even worse, our clients tell us that their lenders have repeatedly given them assurances that while loan modifications are being considered, the lenders will not begin or continue with foreclosure proceedings. This is not true. And unfortunately, most people believe that banks, being the large institutions that they are, would never intentionally mislead them. They will, and they do. The banks will do what's in the best interest of the banks. Remember, your relationship with your lender is a business relationship, not a personal one. And banks will try to hold you to every last detail of your mortgage agreement with them. So why, you may ask, wouldn't my bank want to work with me? Well, there are several reasons. One is the bank doesn't actually own your mortgage note that they are trying to foreclose on anymore. They only service your account for the investor that really owns the note. Second, and this is the part that most homeowners don't understand, in many cases the bank has purchased insurance on your loan without your knowledge. They have in effect placed bets that you will default on your mortgage and can only collect if they foreclose. The worst part of all of this is that the insurance that they purchased, more commonly known as derivatives and credit default swaps, can in many cases pay them 20, even 30 times the value of your mortgage note. This means that if you have a $100,000 mortgage, then they've insured it for 20 times its value, then the bank may collect as much as $2 million if they can foreclose on your property. Remember what I said earlier. The banks will do what's in the best interest of the banks. Is it any wonder why almost 90% of mortgage modifications fail? The banks have created a no-lose situation for themselves. If you pay, they win. If you don't, they win big. Now, Some homeowners believe that a short sale is the best way to solve their problems. First, by conducting a short sale, what you accomplish is doing the bank a favor by selling your house for them. Second, only 40% of short sales are successful due to the fact that the banks are slow to respond or never respond to the short sale offer. Why? For the reasons that I just outlined. The banks have insured your property and collect huge sums of money when you default. By the way, since these credit default swaps and derivatives are an unregulated industry, you have no way of ever knowing whether the banks have insured your property. Now, some homeowners just walk away from their home thinking that the worst that can happen is that the foreclosure will stay in their credit report for 7 years. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. Even after the lender sells your home at rock bottom auction prices, your lender may still sue you in almost every state for the difference between what they sell your home for and the full amount you owed. And they'll get it. And they'll add legal fees, administration fees, back taxes, insurance, and any other fees that they can pile on. This is called a deficiency judgment, and it can haunt you for years to come and can keep you from owning anything of value ever again for fear it could be seized to satisfy their judgment. Some homeowners turn to lawyers, and unfortunately, many lawyers are not familiar with the best defenses that can be brought to bear in a foreclosure process. Then there's the fact that there is no effective system to separate the good ones from the bad ones. The good ones often incorporate innovative and multifaceted strategies, including conducting a mortgage fraud examination to uncover fraud by the lenders and others involved in your mortgage transaction. A mortgage fraud examination is exactly what it sounds like. It's a thorough review of your entire mortgage transaction by professionals that includes not only the actions of your lender, but everyone involved in the transaction, such as the mortgage broker, the real estate appraiser, the title company, and any other lawyers that were involved in the process. Approximately 83% of the mortgages we see contain some sort of fraud, and you can use these violations as leverage to negotiate with your lender and accomplish your goals. This is a powerful strategy that may turn the tide of negotiation with your bank in your favor. If the bank still won't negotiate, you may be able to take them into federal court for fraud that they have committed during the original mortgage transaction. If you plan on interviewing an attorney to represent you, ask them what experience they have with mortgage fraud examinations and litigation in federal court. My guess is they have none, and if they do, their experience is limited. Let me tell you about the two programs that the Foreclosure Rescue Foundation has to offer that can help you to accomplish your goals. The first is to stay in your home at a price you can afford. And the second is to get out from under an upside-down house, maybe at no out-of-pocket expense to you. We can help you find out what your options are, make an informed decision, learn how you can accomplish your goals, and we can hold your hand from beginning to end. We can show you how to deal with the harassing phone calls, connect with professionals, possibly get a return on your upside-down property, and get peace of mind and go back to enjoying your life again. So, why listen to me? Well, first, I'm the founder and CEO of Foreclosure Defense and Solutions, and my Foreclosure Defense and Solutions program has been awarded the best foreclosure defense system by the Winner's Circle, an elite group of the top real estate experts in the country. I'm also a national speaker and an author. My partners and I have over 26 years of real estate experience combined, and we're also veterans of over 500 real estate transactions. Now, let me tell you about the team that the Foreclosure Rescue Foundation works with, and this is what I'm really excited about. Before they got started, they sought out attorneys from across the country with the best reputation in foreclosure litigation and learned from them. They then interviewed countless attorney firms, and what they discovered was unbelievably scary. They quickly learned that as non-attorneys, they had more knowledge about foreclosure defense strategies than 95% of the attorneys that they talked to. Most of these guys were content knowing just enough to get a fee from their client and then accomplish little, if anything, to help them. To make matters worse, they didn't seem to care much about increasing their knowledge of foreclosure defense in order to better serve their clients. This was absolutely unbelievable to them, since these so-called professionals were entrusted with their clients' most prized possession, their homes. How could they take such a nonchalant attitude about helping these people? The Foreclosure Rescue Foundation's quest was not easy. They require a lot from the team of professionals that they work for and work with them. First, any attorney they work with must have a focus on foreclosure defense. Second, they had to be willing to put in the time and effort necessary to hone their skills on a daily basis. Third, they had to be willing to put in the time necessary to properly serve their clients. Fourth, they needed to be consumer advocates. Fifth, they had to truly care about the people that they represent. And last but certainly not least, they had to agree to accept reasonable monthly payments from the clients that the Foreclosure Rescue Foundation represent. This was an unbelievably daunting task, and it took almost 2 years to put their entire program together. The Foreclosure Rescue Foundation team consists of legal assistants, expert witnesses, and what they consider to be the best mortgage fraud examination firm in the country, consisting of a group of retired attorneys and judges based out of Washington, D.C., who have their fingers on the pulse of what's going on in the foreclosure defense arena. They are truly the backbone of their program. Having said all that, you shouldn't believe a word I say. More importantly, you shouldn't believe the advice of those around you who are not in the know. And you especially shouldn't listen to any attorney who doesn't fit the qualifications I just outlined. Your home is your most precious possession, and it deserves nothing less than your best efforts to protect it. Don't take our word, take our references. Talk with those that know us best and the people that have been best helped by us. We'd be happy to supply you with all of the references that you may need. If you have questions, we have answers. If you're watching this presentation on DVD, please contact the person that gave it to you. If you're watching this online, give us a call or fill in the box and we'll contact you right away. Find out what your options are. When you call, you'll be assisted by knowledgeable professionals who can educate you and answer all of your questions and help you to develop a strategy that works. Very simply, we help save you time, we help save you money, we help solve your problem, and we can give you peace of mind. So come on, let's fight this thing together.